Joe, you're the man who's overseeing Anthony's tactics for this fight on Friday against Lomachenko, a man a lot considered the finest fighter in the world. Can you tell me a little bit, please, about how you intend to approach the fight?
Listen, we've had a very tough training camp. We've brought in very good southpaws. Frankie Gavin, one of the best southpaws England's ever produced. He's got a great boxing brain. Jazza Dickens is a fantastic fighter as well, and a couple of others. And we've had to get through the southpaw mentality of being embarrassed what Lomachenko tries to do, embarrass you, humiliate you, and being mentally strong to come through that type of thing, inspiring and in training. So we've done that, and then working on certain shots, and when you sit and you study, and at first when you look you go, wow, how we do this. If you sit down and you look more closely, there is gaps, there is errors, and there is a rhythm to his work, there is habits that he does. Whether we can get them and make most of the advantage on Friday night remains to be seen. We work really hard. Anthony's mindset, his body's in great shape. He's really relaxed beside me here now, and we're just looking forward to it. We're not here for a holiday. We're here to try and close one of the big upsets in world boxing.
I believe the consensus is that Lomachenko is the pound for pound king. How do you see it? Is he the best fighter in the world?
No, I don't think he is. I think it's Canelo by far. I think Canelo has moved through the weight divisions for everyone. I know he's had his issue with performance enhancing drugs or Mexican beef, but no, Canelo, and then after Canelo, then it must be a Usyk and a Crawford, and then I must have got Lomachenko down there. So that's not me trying to downgrade him. That's just how I view it. I've been up against Canelo, and you just look at the resume who Canelo's fought, and Lomachenko's very good. I think he needs that signature win over a Garcia or somebody like that. I'm saying where Canelo's had them, do you understand? And no, I think Canelo's the best pound-for-pound fighter on the planet at the moment.
Reading between the lines, it sounds as though you think Lomachenko is just a slight bit overrated. Is that fair?
I wouldn't say it's overrated. You can't say that. He's a two-time gold medalist Olympian. He's very good. His record speaks for itself. He has been beat. He has been knocked down, and he is very good. But I do feel after studying watching, he's got to get beat very soon. If he gets beat, don't get beat Friday night, he will do very soon. There's fighters out there that may be able to capitalise on his mistakes. We're hoping to do that on Friday night, and fingers crossed we do it. If we don't, it won't be long before it's beat.
What are those mistakes, and who are the sort of fighters, if not you, that you believe can capitalise on those?
Listen, I wouldn't want to say that's at the moment, because I 100% believe that Anthony Crolla can do Mission Impossible. You got to remember, the last time someone from Manchester fought at this arena, he left the arena in the eyes of many as the winner, and not many people give him a chance. He went in as an underdog against a big punching Deontay Wilder, and now Anthony Crolla is going in again, and it's not that we're not being here. We've got to know of Anthony Crolla. Anthony Crolla's been by my side for 10 years. He's been in the corner of Macklem Stern. He was there with Beef and Canelo. He's been there, Paul Smith, Andrew. He's been here so many times. So this to him is just normal. I mean, he isn't affected by it. And you see their camp and how they are. They've got people spying on Anthony. This month sat there now watching Anthony all the time. That's showing a little bit of their insecurity. I know that they're trying to look for something, body language and that, but they ain't got to get anything. I'd be more concerned on them turning up and performing on Friday night, which I'm sure he will do. But if he isn't and hasn't given Anthony the respect and the proper training camp he should have, then it might come back to haunt him on the fight Friday night.
Can you please explain what those mistakes you see Lomachenko making are?
Oh, listen, I'm not going to tell everyone what his mistakes are, but he does have habits to his work, he does have a rhythm to his work. And like I said before, he's a showman, he's a peacock, he likes to show off, he likes to embarrass you, humiliate you, he likes to have a little bit of a fight, but no, listen, I've seen today that there's an article gone out interviewing the top trainers in the world on how to beat Lomachenko, and I've seen Joel Diaz, I've seen Freddie Roach, I've seen John David Jackson, and Buddy McGirt, and I think, some of yous have got it right, some of yous haven't. Listen, I'm not saying I have got it right, but a lot of them are thinking same shit, and a mixture of both, and I think that's it. We're dealing with an extraordinary talent that also fights on his reflexes, which is very hard to train against, because I don't think at times he knows what he's throwing, it's just naturally that he lets it go. So that's a big hurdle to overcome as well, but No, we've got a game plan and we've got to go in there and try and execute it to the best of our ability.
You've been here before as a trainer, insofar as you've prepared a fighter to fight Andre Ward, you've prepared a fighter to fight Saul Alvarez. How has this compared in terms of the difficulty of trying to put a game plan together?
I think of a game plan. I think, I always say it's been the hardest, the most taxing. I think the Canelo one with Liam Smith, we couldn't spar, so that was hard. And it showed in the fight, he didn't have that body hardness when he got done body shots. Paul Smith, Andre Ward, it's in chinks, and Paul had his moment. He landed a flush right hand on Andre in round 7 and 8, and it buzzed him, but didn't do anything. And I thought, that's it. But I left that arena at night thinking, I'm coming back for you. I've got a better kid to deal with you than Callum Smith, and that's why I feel Callum Smith was the beating of him. I know we'll get shot down for it, but for this fight, Lomachenko has been very hard. It's a Rubik's Cube, people call him the Matrix, but we're getting the span and getting him down. And also for Anthony as well, he's had a frustrating time in camp. He's had to come through that, and he's come through it now. And we sat down this week and we showed Anthony the game plan, and we showed Lomachenko his mistakes. You can see the penny dropping, Crolla going, oh, now we know we like this, now we know we did this. And like Johnny Rett, philosophy said to us, I need me Jamie Carragher's Saturday Night Sky Sports football thing to be showing and diagrams, and we'll have to update one of them for the next camp. But now it's we're looking forward to this fight.
Are there past opponents for Lomachenko who have given you hints about how you should be approaching this fight?
Well, you can't be like Sosa for a start. I think you can't try and bully him and stuff like that. People say Salido, but he's an amateur that's just come out, who's new to the pros. He's a total different fighter, Lomachenko, from there to now. His tail's up, his momentum's going, he's a multi-world champion. And he is that good fighter, so I don't think he could fight him that Sosa. There's things there, Redondo was too small. There is things, but I don't want to say too much, because as he sat there watching and say, I'm sure someone's going to interpret whatever I am saying back to their camp. But Anthony Crolla has got to go in there and do himself, his family, Manchester, and everyone back home in the UK proud Friday night.
If he does do that, I've still little doubt he's probably going to have some difficult moments in the fight. Can I ask how relevant it will be in your mind that the way he was struggling for a period against Linares, and when people thought he could get pulled out, but you kept him in there and he justified you keeping him in there, he showed that toughness. Can I ask how relevant that could be for you on Friday?
No, definitely, and people make things on that, but when we had Linares, Crolla won. Crolla was really fatigued down the straight, and I thought, oh, he's got to try and close the show here, and he didn't, and Crolla's thing, but in the second time then, when I did say to him at round 11, Linares was well ahead, and Linares was like, he might have come to finish the show here, and so I said to Ante, are you okay, I'm going to pull it. The way he reacted, I wanted to see something back, he reacted, he switched away, no, I'm fully coherent, I'm aware of this and this, and I thought, right, okay then, so now you go. So it was a question just to see, did he get the right reaction from him, and it did, so he was safe to carry on and go out.
Joe, do you think there's much chance this could be Anthony's last fight, regardless of the outcome? Because I mean, if he wins, it's a great way to bow out, isn't it?
Listen, if he wins, I tell him to retire, drop the mic and walk out of the Staples Centre and go out on the top. Is it his last fight? No, I wouldn't say it's his last fight. He's going against one of the best fighters in the world, and we're going to see what happens. I don't think Anthony... No, we've not even entertained that. You just clocked me off guard there. We've not even thought about that, we've not even spoke about that. We're 100% convinced we've got to come here. We're not deluded. Some people think you've got to have your mindset right, and if you don't believe that you can't achieve, we have to be 100% right. Mentally we are. God willing, we can do this, and it's just a man. And when superstar boxers are about to take off, as Lomachenko, something happens. We all woke up to the other week, Linares getting beat, like, oh my God, Linares got beat, how did we do that? This happens, Mike Tyson, that's why we're in the sport of boxing, things can happen. He's been knocked down, he's been beat. Never say never.
Joe, you've relocated the training camp this week, haven't you? They were going to put you quite a way out of the city. You've made sure you're a lot more local. Can you please explain the thinking behind that?
Yeah, I think that's just been top rank, Bob Arum, old school Don King, put the opponents an hour away, so the hotel was an hour and 10 minutes away from the wild card.
And that's if there's no traffic?
Yeah, it's no traffic, so that would have been like a 2.5 hour, 3 hour round trip every day. And we've been over it numerous times for training camps, so we knew where we wanted to stay. We wanted to stay in West Hollywood, wild cards there, gyms there, cryos there, so that's where we wanted to be, but they wanted us to be an hour and 10 minutes away, and we didn't want that, so we just got our own apartment, mansion, bed, facility, pad, whatever you want to call it, and we've relocated there, and that's it. It's been very good. We couldn't have had a better camp, and we're really looking forward to closing one of the biggest upsets in world boxing.
Did you interpret that as kind of dirty tactics, so to speak?
It's just, like I said to Eddie Hearn, matchroom, you're too nice to travel in opposition. That'd be like Lomachenko coming to fight Anthony in Manchester and putting him up in Birmingham. That was the distance, but that's just them looking after their fighter and making life awkward for Anthony Crolla.
How much of a support do you think it's been for Anthony to have so many members from your gym over here in the villa you're staying in, supporting him the whole way through?
Listen, Anthony's been with me. He's also been very supportive to fighters in the gym. He's always been in the corners for them, and as I've said before, he's like the team captain, and everyone's coming out here to see Anthony try and pull off the upset. I think some of them just come in and touch Lomachenko as well, but it's good for Anthony Crolla that they're all here. It's always been a team. We win together, we lose together, and just got a really good feeling for Friday night.
You mentioned you spent some time at a wild card. Word has it Freddie Roach actually is quite optimistic about your prospects. Is that something you've heard as well?
No, I haven't. He did tell me that the man to beat Lomachenko, Salido, used the wild card for his fight against him, so I don't know whether that's a lucky omen. And at the moment, with Liverpool fans at the moment wanting to win the league and double Grand National winner, I'm beginning to be a bit like them. Anthony Walper winning the world title. We boxed away with Callum Smith when they won the ring belt. We're boxing away with Anthony Crolla now and Salido in the gym. So you can grasp and everything else, but when the bell goes, Anthony's got to go in and make his own good luck and fortune.
Can you just give us a quick insight into that conversation you had with Freddie about Lomachenko? Because I'm sure you discussed some really interesting things there.
Yeah, it was just in passing really. He was just saying how he thinks the fight and what he thinks, and different sparring partners have sparred him in that. So yeah, that's it really. I don't want to give too much away.
You've just heard Eddie talking about Callum Smith getting added to the Anthony Joshua bill in New York. Can you talk about
it? Announced it? Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, go on.
I mean, that's a great opportunity for him, isn't it?
Well, listen, Callum Smith's the number one in the world. The eyes of the world, and the world will be at Madison Square Garden. Callum Smith needs to be there. Come through that. Touch wood, then we've got the Gilberto Ramirez fight. That's the fight we want. We want that in September, October. Beat him, and then we want Canelo in May next year. That's the fight. They're the three fights we want for Callum Smith.
You were particularly keen to see Callum get added to that bill, weren't you?
Yeah, 100%. Like I said to you, we've got Callum Smith. He's not done nothing since he's won the ring belt and become a world champion. And if you're coming over to America with the best of British, how can you have the world super middleweight number one sat at home in the UK? Everyone know him in the American audience, and he is the best. He's the only one in Britain that has that belt, and I just think it's a great profile fight for Callum Smith, and then Ramirez is, and then that opens the gateway for the Canelo fight. And
this weekend, a great opportunity for him to actually observe Ramirez in the flesh.
Yeah, exactly. They're in the wild card together the other day, chatting amongst each other. Callum's just become a dad. Gilberto's going to become a dad as well now. So the two very similar kids, gentlemen outside of the ring, don't do trash talking, and they just want the big fights.
How much of the Ramirez fight will you allow yourself to watch, given how close it will be to Crolla Lomachenko?
Ramirez. It's not my job. It's all about Anthony Crolla this weekend.
Joe, thanks very much. Is there anything else at all you'd like to add?
No, that's it. Thank you very much.